was really bored because I couldn't play with him because I'm busy shortening curtains next door.
Pardon?
I'm shortening curtains next door.
I didn't ask you to play with me, Sandra. What are you talking? So we are making sure we get our tax return in on time, and all you YouTubers out there says this is even better than the Iceland's. Right. Are you supervising? What are you doing? You're just going to sit on the freezing cold wet grass?
Grippy bits, and then they like to hang upside down by the feet inside.
There's nothing in there. I live up here, Sandra. It's very, very spicy.
So I'm in the process of shortening them. So I've taken off the main leg. Problem. Really big problem.
So before Sandra says the big problem, you notice on that side. It's a little bit chilly.
It is, but we have a bit of sunshine, I'll take that.
It's a little bit frozen. I'm glowing. Right, we're into we're going into Skegness to do a little bit of well, not so much shopping, but we need to pick up a couple of bits and bobs.
It is shopping?
Well, it is shopping because we're going to some shops. You've just come around on the wrong way. So I think first stop is Argos. What's going on with portable hard drives at the moment? There's a chronic shortage of them in the usual price range. So I don't know what's going on. So I normally go through 2 4TB hard drives a year for backups, and they're in short supply or very, very expensive. Anyway, we're going to go pick up a 2TB one because I gave Sandra a spare 4TB one a while back, so we're doing a bit of a swap. And then I was saying to Sandra the other day, I was out with Lee, well, it's right at the other end of town, and I'm going to have a hot chocolate to warm us up. Just trying to explain how nice.
That sort of day, isn't it?
Yeah. And I'm not a hot chocolate sort of person.
We were out the other day and there was like so many people eating ice cream and it was freezing.
Oh, yes. So is it that? Started with a kiss, Sandra. It started with a kiss, didn't it?
What's that got to do with ice cream?
Hot chocolate.
Ah.
UFO songs and things like that. Right, so we're going to go over to our thing, so we'll sort of take you with us today. Been doing a couple of DIY jobs at home, which I've been needed doing for a long time, and some other stuff, including our hallway has become a bit of a catalyst for things that need to go in the loft, so we need to get that done today as well. Saturday shopping in Skeggy in the middle of winter. Still a lot of traffic and people about. That was quite painless, wasn't it? Quite quick and simple. So people are going on about this as being the new Chinese restaurant. It's more of a sit-in, isn't it? So this is all. That's quite reasonable, isn't it? So this is all new. Rather than a restaurant, it's sort of like a Soho bar. Oh, I like the graphics. Look at the big screen behind the counter there. Oh, look at that. Yeah, so this is just recently opened. It's open, was it Monday closed, noon till 11 every day. Right, that's nice to see businesses opening rather than businesses closing. And again, very cold winter's day and a very, very vibrant Skegness with people milling about. Right, so we need to go to another shop now to find a couple of items. Right, so I found a perfect window bird feeder. Whether or not that's going to work, I don't know, but we've got a lot of animals. Sandra's now, I don't know what she's doing. What are you doing? Look, we're looking at racking for the coal shed, the brick shed. So take a photograph of it, and I've got no idea why, but I'm going back with 3 test tube cleaning brushes.
There is a story behind that, though, isn't there?
So at least I'm holding my own shopping today. We're not going off with anybody else's. So when you get to a certain age, Sandy, I'll buy you one of them trolleys there.
I remember buying one for my mum at one point.
Do you think we someone used to do the paper round back? That was about. Well, I'm 37 now, so it's about 30 years ago.
Mum used to live up 2 flights of stairs, just going back quite a few years, and then she got to the point where she needed the trolley to get the shopping up the stairs. Yeah.
So the problem is, if I buy you one of them, I'd have to customise it so it doesn't look like anybody else's, because you'd be there when you're like really old, like when you're about 60. You'll be having a cup of coffee with your old knitters and natters. Oh, hello, Doris. How are you knitting? Going, oh, I'm doing very good today, and blah 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 blah. And then you go, oh, I've got to go now. And then you get home, you'd have somebody else's trolley with a stash of goodies. Test tube cleaning brushes. Those of a certain age, if you were a boy who had a chemistry set when you had one of them, and it was really good fun to give it a good in your test tube. Shall we go on to the next stage?
I think
we will. Right, word on the street. Word on the street says this kebab meat. Sorry, in farm foods. Word on the street says this is even better than the Iceland's. So, what is it? £1.59.
2 for £3.
So that's like £1.50. Save 18 pence. Should we get 2 for £3?
So
Save 18 pence. You can't even buy a Freddo anymore. Do you remember when Freddos used to be 10p? I get 2 of them and a pack of cheese kebabs and we'll give that a whirl.
So I don't like Donna.
Yeah. It says to the economy. Wetslers. Oh, I love them. Yeah, with a bit of bread and butter, you can just dunk in the gravy. I'm having a tin of them. Oh, and you got the Frey Bentos meatballs. Look at that stew, that's so expensive, isn't it? Well, there you go. Going to farm food to come out with some Donna meat, and I come out with a tin of burgers and other stuff. And now I'm carrying a great big heavy bag. What's that all about? Right. Hello, pigeon. What's your name? Want to play chase? Want to play chase? Come on then. Oh, I've not had a fish for a long time, Sandra. So you're cold?
Getting colder.
I was going to get some ice cream. Look at that there. Milled ice cream, homemade ice cream. Hey, no, you always look at the ice creams. Coconut, banana, cream egg. Oh, wait. Never too cold to have an ice cream. Right, so freeze-dried sweets. What freeze-size? What's going on there? I don't really know. Oh, all the things on the counter there, Sandra. Look at that. All bags of sweets, £1 each. Oh, chocolate and hazelnut. Coconut ice. Oh, look at them, Sandra. Ooh. Right. So weird. Well, not weird. Still keep going on about being here and living here in January. Right, so I was here with Lee a couple of weeks ago. We'd been to Miami Beach. It was well, hang on a minute. It's all getting confusing. Is it white or brown bed for a toasty?
Crisp or salad with it?
Crisp. All very complicated. Yeah, we went to Miami Beach. Some of you may have watched that video. It was, in fact, that video may not have even been published yet. It was freezing, and we ended up trying to find somewhere to get a hot drink. And because it was midweek, out of season, everywhere was closed except where we are now, which is the Lucky Strike sort of coffee point above one of the arcades, opposite the embassy. And I'm not into hot chocolates and sweet things, but the hot chocolate, it was to die for. Anyway, I'm going to have a hot chocolate and I'm having a cheese and ham toasty with a choice of brown bread or white bread, salad or crisp. I'm going for the crisp option. Doesn't get much better than it. Sandra's got no idea how lucky she's had me to bring her out for a hot chocolate on a freezing cold day like today. So I can't explain this. So when it came with Lee, I'm going, oh, it's just milk. And it would just, but you have to stir it and stir it and stir and stir and stir, and all the melted chocolate, if you watch, it dissolves in. I've got no idea how you're going to do that thing, Sandra. How are you going to do that? You need to eat it. And see this chocolate at the bottom here, look at this, toasties are right. And you need to stir and stir and stir. And right. Just spotted the DRW, one behind us. Just there's one. Spotted. Oh, how's your hot chocolate?
That's what I thought you were going to say. It was very nice. I got the orange chocolate version. It's very nice.
Right, back to the car. And, jobs to do at home. It's kind of nice to see Skegness thriving for the time of year. No.
That's alright.
Oh, sort of busy. Not too sure what was expected. It was like even the arcades were busy. Oh. I had to turn on my heated jacket, Sandra, because I was getting a bit cold. It's lovely this. Do you want one?
What happened to the hardened campsite warden?
I was sensible. I came home for the winter. Yeah, it's just becoming. This is like David Bellamy's wildlife centre. Oh, hello, birdies! Look at them all. All come to see us. Hello. Look at them all flying in. They're quite tame, aren't they? Full. Oh, there's another one. There's another. I've just put some mealworms out for you, and some fat balls. Right, we're now on bat watch. So I've not seen any bats since I've been here, so I'm not too sure we've got any bats. We've got loads of sparrows. So up here, in the right position, we're near a hedge, and I've now got a bat box fitted. Hello, bats. What are you? With a little roof. Where do you want the other one?
By the other hedge.
How do they work? Can you explain to our viewers how they? Oh, and all being well, we've never had any success with one of these, but we have got some mealworms and a layer of bird seed, and we're in here, and the birds they are quite nice.
At our previous house, I tried one of them, and all that happened was that a pigeon got very confused and tried to land on it, and it didn't end well.
There are a dozen or more sparrows here. The sparrows and Rasha get on well. Rasha sits here, has a poo, looking at the sparrows. They're all happy.
So
they all look at each other.
Half an hour ago, you asked how it works. So,
Yeah,
so it's got grippy bits, and then they like to hang upside down by the feet inside.
There's nothing in there to hang upside down.
The grippy bit.
Well, that's not hanging upside. So if I was a bat now, when I'm on the wall, I wouldn't be. If I was hanging upside down, I'd need something at the top.
Did they go all the way up?
There's nothing up in the roof in there. There's no roofy bit.
The side.
That's
grippy bits all the way up.
That's dangling from the side rather than hanging from the roof, isn't it? There's a big difference, Sandra, between hanging and dangling. I know, because I've got the angle of the dangle.
Shall we carry on? Other hedge, back corner.
It's better than ready, Brett. This jacket, I tell you.
So that meets some of the criteria. It's more than 4 foot. It's near a hedge, but you're also meant to be in shelter. But it's also meant to be not near any light. We've got the bright corner light, so let's try one at the back where it's not lit as well.
Oh, there's our Lee. Rashi's saying hello to Lee. Right, it's Lee. Right, come on, dog. Nobody's seen you on this vlog. How are you today? How are you? Are you supervising? What are you doing? You're just going to sit on the freezing cold wet grass. Right, dog poo. Yeah, bird bath situation. That's how frozen the bird bath is. So we did put some more water on there earlier.
Rasta has been fed.
And yeah, so we've got chicken in the oven and some roast potato, or some potatoes that are roasting, and I'm also roasting some carrots. Now, where are you going to put this little one now? Have you got dog bags?
Yes.
I don't know what Rassie's been up to, she's been busy. Right, back of the place.
So it only has to be south or southwest. And 4 foot up, so you're sitting on the back next to the hedge.
How am I meant to get in there?
Shall I do it?
Hey, I'll go. I'll come over. I've got my drill. I've got a screw and I've got a roll. Right. If you make Sandra happy, right? Are you happy with that? Right. I've got a hole in the back of this fence we'll look at while we're here. Right. What on earth are you doing? You're just doing it again, Rash. Right. What are you doing? Oh, okay. Right. If you bark, you're not going to get a treat. Right. Have you been good? Right. Have one of them. Right. So I'm going mining. Those of a certain age who had a ZX Spectrum and played Manic Miner. So on TikTok the other day, and all the retro games, they're all on there. Do you play Manic Miner? Somewhere.
The only thing I do remember is the old one that you plugged in the telly, and it was like ping pong, but it was like
got one of them.
Tennis.
Got one of them in the loft. An original one.
That with my brothers.
And those of a certain age, if you did play Manic Miner, who played Chucky Egg by A&F Software from Altrincham. A man called Jaffa Cake was the guy who owned that company there. Back in the day, it was like real high tech.
Can we crack on, dear?
We are going to crack on. How do you?
Let's go.
I'm going mining.
Go.
Where am I going?
Up.
Pardon?
Up.
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 Oh, you go up and I'll go down.
I'll go up, yeah.
I'll go then.
Get the ladder down. I do need something to stand on to get the ladder down.
Right, so up there is where the gremlin lives. So we've got the evil goblin who lives in the cellar. And we've accumulated, this is all the old Christmas stuff and the cases from when we went to Amsterdam and everything like that. So they just need, it's all light stuff basically. So that it needs to go up. Where does it need to go?
Crack on.
How did you get up there? Could live up here, Sandra. Hi. I could live up here. Oh, are you a little hermit?
No, it's off here.
This is off there, yeah. Right, there we go. All done. Casey's on the beam, so that's going to be fine. Everything's good.
So, no more up here though. That's absolutely it now.
Well, thinking about floorboarding it.
No, it's just...
Those that have been following our vlogs for a long time will need to go back to when we were living in Manchester. What did we do, Sandra?
We did a load of work and then we sold it.
Who got the roof rebuilt? So I put ceiling joist risers up, re-insulated the whole roof and floorboarded it. You'll need to go back about two and a half years ago that now. On there. Right, I'm going to go down. Oh, being well, we'll show. Got some space in our hallway now. Oh, look at that there. There's we've got a dove. Can you see the dove there? Hello, dove. It's got a white and a black neck on it. Right, sorry. Right, and we've also got. Sandra says it's mating activities with a blackbird. We've got a very black blackbird, and then a lightly coloured blackbird, and the black blackbird keeps chasing the light blackbird around. All going off in the garden. The doner meat from Farm Foods. It's very, very nice. We microwaved it, by the way. This is cold from last night. And it's very, very spicy. The jury is out to which one is the best. It's more similar to the Morrison's kebab meat, but I think it's definitely more spicier and tastier than the Iton's. Anyway, I'm just going to show you a few bits and bobs and jobs that we've been doing, but for now we're bird watching. So I've put the bird feeder on the window. I don't really expect a bird to come that close, but it might. This Comfast relay thing that's coming up for a product review, wait until you see that this product review. It's very, very good. Right, another few things going on. Pans, Gip pans. Remember all the Gip pans? So they're all up here now. So some of you will remember us fitting that. So that's all good. Our clock used to be up there. And the reason why we had the clock up there, there was some kind of an old plug socket. And when we had the rewire, the electric all had to come out and it left a hole. And we were very unsure what the power was for. And somebody had said it was for an iron. We've got no idea how true that is. Which is really strange because that is a chimney breast. Anyway, there was a hole. The hole is now got a blanking plate on it. So our clock is now up and over there. And then you'll notice that the table is now long way around to give a bit more space. I've just had an idea. We could put a shelf on there to put the... I need to mention, I've had an idea, Sandra. Sandra's going to go, no. And then there was, furthermore, you can't see it now, there was a breathing block on the chimney breast, had a real skanky cover on it. Anyway, we've replaced that and put a new one of those on. A few bits and bobs were going on. Oh, right, hang on a minute. Sandra's busy.
So I'm just showing them a bit of my curtains. Them, they're not them.
These are our viewers. Don't call our viewers them. Right. So our living room is sort of boxes everywhere with things we're looking at. Right. Explain about the curtains. What was the situation and what is the situation?
So this is Sandra. He's stealing my content again. This is Sandra makes.
Sandra sews
again.
Right.
For the Neil's short version. So when we moved in, the curtains were long like this, but obviously we've got the radiator, so we like to tuck it the other side of the radiator, so the warmth comes in the room. So I'm in the process of shortening them. So I've taken off the main length, but then I'm going to turn them up, and I've also got to turn up the lining. And it's just easy to get the length right when they're hung.
Oh, nothing like it when it's hung.
So I'll just pin it in roughly the right position, and then I'll do the sewing when I take them off.
So it's a bit of a mystery why the previous owners had the curtains so long. So in summer I get, because it'll keep the drafts out and things like that. But when you've got the radiators on, if you've got the heat, it's sort of, the heat's going up into there rather than coming into the main room, isn't it?
Well, it looks nice.
Yeah, well, anyway, impractical. And we've never really bothered using the ties. When we open the curtains, we just tend to yank them open, don't we? Hello, Rasha, how are you today? Yeah, how are you? You were up early this morning wanting to go out, weren't you? You need a bath today, apparently.
She definitely needs a bath.
You're going to have a bath? Yeah. You don't like a bath, do you? But you're going to be having a bath?
She is.
Say hello. Right, hang on a minute. So this next one here, this is so
I need your help on this one, Neil.
Couple of things. Sandra's comedy sketches started off in Amsterdam where they were doing a flat face in a bar, but I got the blame for it. Then you did another flat face on the beach in Skegness. I got the blame for it.
You didn't.
Then you went round Morrison's pinching old men's trolleys. And somebody said, Sandra is not the trolley dolly. That's not being sexist with the trolley dolly, but they nicknamed you the trolley Sandra catastrophe. Anyway, we all do silly things in life, don't we? Have you ever done... So once, I was replacing some door handles in a place I was living. So it was upstairs, top floor. So I'd taken the door handle and all the rest of it, I'd taken the latch out, and I closed the door like that. And then I realised I didn't have the bar, and I actually locked myself in a living room, and I couldn't get out. I had to shout downstairs for somebody to come and let me out. So that was something really daft to do, wasn't it? Anyway, what have you been? Oh, sorry.
So that's what we should do, but we don't.
They're like them little dangly them women used to do that with, didn't it?
Just you.
What? Right, so come and explain, Sandra. What have you done?
Right. Anyway, so it's a bit like a door handle situation, basically. That's why I was telling you that. So some weeks ago, my bag broke, but it's still a good leather bag. But basically, the stitching had come undone around here. See there. So that's okay because I've got leather thread and a strong needle and stuff. So I'll try and stitch it back together. So it's going really well. So I've done all of that.
A nice bit of stitching.
Nice bit of stitching. It was really hard work. And it took a good amount of time last night, and then I realised there's a big problem. Really big problem.
So before Sandra says the big problem, you notice on that side, this one has held up, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So can anybody see what the problem is? So this is this side, that's held up, and this is this side. That was where your problem was. So
when I started off, it was fine, but I should have stopped and not just carried on. So I've carried on to the point where I really should have put that through first.
So the clasp should have been in, and then it should have been stitched.
Yeah. So I don't know whether it's more painful to undo that stitching that took ages, or just try and prise it open a bit so we can wiggle it through. I'm not sure which is worse, to be honest.
So if you were now in this situation that we're in, would you undo the stitching and start again? Because Sandra's very patient with things like that. I would have now thrown the bag away and got a new one. Only joking, because I don't have handbags.
Who's complaining all the time that I'm always buying bags?
You are always buying bags.
I'm not always buying bags.
You were
really not true.
Skegness yesterday and said, I need a new bag. I said, can't you fix it? He said, oh, go on then.
I didn't say that. It was just like, I said if I could find. That's why I was tidying up, so to find the leather stitching thread.
So I'm going to go in the garage. I'm going to go and try. We haven't got a vice. I'm going to try and get a pair of moleys and some pliers and just see whether that will bend. There is a possibility. Is it brass? So it's quite soft. If it is, I don't know if it's brass.
It seems quite tough.
Yeah, I'm just hoping it won't snap. Anyway, we'll have to.
Maybe I should just undo the stitching.
No, we'll see where they go. So we're going to go and have a look at that. But that's another Sandra.
Oopsie.
What would you do? Bend it and open it. What was that song? Bend it, just a little bit. Bend it, just a little bit. Bend it, just. Do you remember that song?
No.
Do you remember that song called Bend It? Would you bend it? Bend it. Who sang Bend It? Bend it, I'm sure there was a song called Bend It. Maybe I need to find it on YouTube.
The tune sounds familiar, but I'm more of a music person than a words person.
I watched a fantastic documentary last night about the Shadows.
Oh.
Hank Marvin. Absolutely 60 years in music with all about the Shadows and everything. Sorry, just completely off topic. Right, I'm going to go and get some tools. I need to get my tool out. So is Dave, Dee, Dozy, Beaky, Mick and Titch. There was such a song. Bend it. Just a little bit. There you are. There we are. Got to watch out for the copyright. No idea where old songs like that come from, because that's about 60 years old and I'm only 37. Right, so this has failed. Well, it's not failed on my behalf, but I don't know whether that. So I've had mole grips and I try to open it. It's going to end up scratching it. We could hacksaw it, but that's not going to be a good idea. But I don't know whether there's a bit of braze in there, and it just will not move, and I can't even put it over a gas flame or anything like that to try and do it, because we haven't got a gas cooker. So unfortunately, it is going to have to be hand unstitched, Sandra.
Yeah.
Oh dear. How are the joys? Right, you just having a random snooze in the middle of the floor, Rasha. There's a little attachment on there. Well, while everybody else is thinking about doing projects, I've done the project. Bin to B&Q. Come, look at that. So I just move my tool away. There goes there. There you go. Look at that. That's absolutely fantastic. 155, 77.5, straight down the middle. Spirit level, just so you can see. Do. And that's how quick and easy it is to do. You don't talk about doing things, you talk about it, you do it, and you're happy, Sandra.
Right. I was just saying on my own little bit. Hang on, what is your own little bit? So Mr. Nibs here was really bored because I couldn't play with him because I'm busy shortening curtains next door.
Pardon?
I'm shortening curtains next door.
I didn't ask you to play with me, Sandra. What are you talking? That sounded so wrong.
You said, should we have a trip out? I said, I can't. I've got loads to do today, like shortening these curtains. The next thing's like...
The dove's back.
Next thing's
Sorry.
like...
Shh. Quiet.
Ring-neck dove.
Quiet. It's a ring-neck dove.
We had those last year.
But we've got 2 breeding birds of blackbirds. Right, sorry. Just getting really excited. We've got loads of birds going.
I mean, as in, I'm not doing a trip out because I've generally got a lot to do. I'm back in work ASAP. So he's like, are you okay if I put a shelf up there? It's like, yeah, but I'm really busy. Can't do anything. I'm fine. Go ahead. It's like, are you coming shopping with me? Like, no, I'm really busy. Can you help me get it straight? No, I'm really busy. I tried. Anyway, so, yeah.
So I did it all on my own. The reason why I asked if you wanted to come with me, because I didn't know what shelves they'd have. They didn't have many options, if I'm honest. The colours, they had them in black, white, or the light wood. I wanted it on a darker wood, but that there sort of matches the cube and the walls. So, well, not the match the cube. It's light wood rather than getting white. I was contemplating getting white, but I thought, if you get white, it shows up stains.
Anyway, it's all fine. But I said all along, I don't have any time. And I was like, well, can you do this? Because he was like, no, I haven't got time today.
So I did it all on my own. Right, and also today, all being well, by close of play today, what we're also going to complete, that you've been going on about for the last 6 months, that you're waiting for me to be sat eagerly awaiting for you.
I may not have them tonight, to be fair.
Right, well, what needs doing in very soon?
I think I'm almost there. The only thing I need to remember is like some percentages.
Right, the people won't know.
It's all right. It's just I need to work out some percent. I need to check what percentages I used the previous year to make sure we're consistent. That's it. Right. I just need to look at my percentages.
So when you're saying that and percentages and nearly there, our viewers aren't going to have a clue what are we nearly where?
We or you or anyway. You can explain if you want to. I don't feel the need to. Just it's that time of year. It needs sorting out. I said let's do it months ago, and I was like, can't do that. I'm doing a project review. I've had it for a long time.
It's the end of year tax return with the HMRC. So Sandra does my books for me. So we are making sure we get our tax return in on time. And all you YouTubers out there, if you're monetised and you've got a bit of income coming in, a bit of a side hustle,
just be careful.
Be careful.
Or if you're on eBay as well.
Yeah, even if you're selling on eBay, watch that you declare it.
So
because
you can earn up to £1,000 without any issues. But yeah.
Yeah, but make sure you declare it. There are people out there that are likely to grass you up and everything. I've been self-employed since I was 25, and Sandra's been doing our books since we met.
So all our stuff's legit. It's accounted for in the books, and we submit the returns.
So that includes not only the income that I get from being self-employed, which I'm not going to go into, all the things that I do, and side hustles. So we have statements, and invoices and things like that we prepare for our clients that you don't know anything about, because everybody knows anything about us, they don't know anything about us. But with eBay, if I am sponsored or get paid to do a product review, that has to go down as a declaration of interest. You can't even hide it in your PayPal money. So we're absolutely open with everything what goes in. And even with products that you receive in kind, you've also got to be very, very careful. There are grey areas.
It's a bit of a grey area, though.
There is a YouTuber, funny enough. I think he is a van lifer who he's doing some work with HMRC covering that very topic at the moment. But we have a full log of all the product reviews we've done, and even if you're doing a product review and then you then sell that product, that is a passive income. And if the HMRC come to inspect you and you've got it all online, all the product reviews you've done, they're going to go, well, can we have a look at the product? And you go, I've not got it. And they're going to say, well, where is it? So if you've gifted it, I don't believe you have to pay any tax. But if you've sold it, you've got to be careful.
Anyway.
Yeah. So tax return. Yeah.
That time of year. I mean, this one's slightly more straightforward because it's mainly self-employed stuff. Because obviously it's previous tax year, but it's due now. Yeah,
and I've also sort of I haven't been as active on my IT side of things that perhaps we once were. Since I fly on the window, so we've actually had blue bottles. Oh, it's bird milk. Oh no, that's good. That's good. So a bird's pooed there, so he must have been down here. Bird muck, bird food, muck food, muck food, muck food. That's. I think the bird's been investigating, Sandra. Will we get a bird on our windowsill?
I don't know, but we're seeing pairs of blackbirds, and I think the blackbirds might nest somewhere near here when the time comes. We had a nest in the previous house, didn't we? In the clematis.
Really low.
And we have a lot of clematis here.
So the blackbird nest that we had was literally waist high, and they had fledglings and everything, didn't they?
Well, cat nearly got those ones, but I managed to chase the cat off.
No, so we haven't got a cat. We have got a cat that patrols us. We've got 2 cats at least that come into our garden every single night. But yeah, we've definitely got blackbird action, got tit action, sparrows, blackbirds. Should we buy dovecotes?
Could do. Got ring-necked doves as well.
No, be serious, because our next door neighbour's got a dovecote in their back garden.
Do you know what I'm quite excited about, Neil? Come springtime, at some point, the swallows will be back.
Well, these swallows are house martins.
Both, I think.
Or with the swallows, house
on
martins.
On the app, it come up with
bluebirds,
both house martins and swallows.
Oh, well,
the swifts are over in Wainfleet.
Swifts, yeah.
There are swifts, but they're over in Wainfleet, not here.
No, so we had last year we had the swallows up and about, and when my garage door was open, I've got my video coming in and out of the big garage. We've also got the nesting boxes round the back now, so fingers crossed. Right, we're going to get going. Yeah, it's been a bit of a sort of wet few. We should have had snow and.
Not here.
We did say we'd have some snow, not heavy snow, but yeah,
we had a bit of ice, but no snow.
But the news channels dramatising our UK weather.
There wasn't any here now. There wasn't other places.
Manchester, where we used to live, got completely flooded, including Timperley, was decimated. Where we went for a canal walk, we got it on video, that whole embankment, and there was no warning that was going to happen. And as soon as there's a snowflake coming. When I was little, we just put our big coats on and wellies, and we went outside. I even had a duffel coat.
Rebecca, that's further up north, and she was on a really long shift doing care work, and she nearly went into somebody else, and her colleague had a crash in all the ice and snow. So yes, it is a serious problem.
So what happened?
Rant.
What happened 2 years ago in the snow back at home?
We had a serious problem.
What happened? It had nothing to do with me, and it involved a care worker.
There you go.
Who was speeding in the snow.
Icy snow.
Was going to go and have a crash. They decided to save her life. They decided to crash into a courtesy car. That was don't even go there. That was another story. Right, let's finish this vlog off here and say goodbye.
Yeah, bye. Got stitching to do. blue tit, I think.
Pardon?
I can see a blue tit.
Where? I can't see anything. I can't see anything. Where, it shows a blue. Shows another bit of bird poo on the thing. I can't see where we go. Hello? Anybody there? Hello?
And a robin.
Robin? Robin.